Hello students, we all know that test series is an integral part determining your success in the GATE examination. Many students run away from the test series, or many students don't actually know how to get the maximum benefits out of the test series. I simply say, if you are just appearing in a test or any test series and you're not analyzing it, you are just doing some random practice. There is no role of test series there. So test series without analysis is a simple practice that you can do normally as well. It's not really beneficial. Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about why the test series analysis is important, and majorly how you should be analyzing a test series. What are the parameters you have to look into, while you are doing the analysis? Because many students, they know and the test series must be analyzed, but how? What are the important factors you need to extract? So stay tuned till the end. Let's learn about both why and how to analyze any particular test. Okay, so the two most important factors that any analysis is going to tell you is about your speed and your accuracy. Okay, and again I'm telling you how actually speed and accuracy you should measure. What should be the parameters in mind? Let's talk about in the later part of the video. But yes, you can extract these two parameters, how actually fast you are while performing in a test series rather than solving the questions in a class or in a random book. And how accurate are you? Is it matching your required target? What should be the target accuracy? We'll talk about that as well. Other than that, it's going to play a major role in telling you what are your strong subjects and what are your weak areas. Yes, before going to the GATE exam, actually you should know your strength areas. You should know what are the areas you can play. You should always know your drives, your strength areas, so that whenever those areas are coming in the GATE exam, you can be really confident in attempting those areas. But at the same time, you must also be aware about your weak areas. Weak areas are not to be missed, are not to be skipped, but weak areas are to be improved. Okay, so you give test, you come to know about your weak areas in detail, weak topics, weak chapters, so that you can work more and more on that, right? If you do any mistake in the GATE examination, are you left with any scope to improve? No. Yeah, just the scope is take a drop, repeat the exam again. Okay. So yeah, you need to have a timely action, and this test series, based on the analysis, you can have a timely action. What are the areas you are still lagging behind, where you need to improve. Okay. Apart from being conceptually strong, we do several mistakes, a lot of mistakes that I will classify as well. Okay, how do you come to know about that mistake? Of course, okay, there will be a focused revision plan as well if you are clear about your strength areas, about your weak areas. Because you know what many students' psychology is, everybody likes their favorite area. They focus more there, they practice more there, and even during the revision time, okay, they will keep practicing more about their favorite areas, about their strength subject, and they always discard the weak areas. Maybe one of the reasons is that they're not really clear what their weak areas are. Okay, if this test series analysis, okay, tells you that XYZ is your weak area, I believe the more focus on revision towards that. Okay, the time is coming close for the GATE 2024 as well. Okay, and especially November, December will be the time where revision is going to be the priority. Okay, so what revision plan? Okay, how can you make the revision plan? If you divide again the time equally among all the subjects, I don't think that's a good revision plan. Okay, you should be focusing little bit more on your weak areas, not totally there, but little bit more. Okay, so that you overcome. See, your mindset should be a topper's mindset. Your mindset should not be just to qualify GATE. If you are just willing to qualify GATE, yes, you can play with your strength areas, you can discard your weakness. I believe out of 10 suppose subjects, you may be, even strong in 4 to 5, you can qualify the GATE examination. You can get 30 to 40 marks as well. Okay, maybe get some branch in some of the NIT, but you decide whether you are fighting for just qualifying or getting some bare minimum marks or qualifying to be a topper. Okay, so topper's mindset is always about improvement. So in and all the test series analysis, whether I talk about, the speed, the accuracy, your strength areas, your weak areas, a revision plan, a timely need for action to improve anything based on what are the mistakes you're doing. In and all, the purpose of any test series is to see yourself improving. Okay. Now, let us discuss the next part, how to actually analyze a test series, and I'll be dividing this into two major parts. Okay, analyzing a test series will have two components. One is the software based. Yes, there are some inputs that the software, any test series you have enrolled into, especially like BYJU'S exam prep, having the beautiful test series platform, it will give you some insights about this. And the second one is the self-analysis, okay, because the softwares can't read your mind, what actually is going into your mind, how at the backstage you have prepared. Okay, Okay, so of course software can help you a lot in the analysis, but there has to be a second very crucial analysis, that is the self-analysis. Usually I call it as the pen paper mode analysis, because that is something you have to document yourself. Okay, so let's talk about number one, that is the software based analysis. So as I just told that, any of the test series software, including BYJU'S exam prep, will have lots of insights about your examination, telling you lots of things. Of course, the basic thing like what is the marks you scored, what is the percentage of marks you scored, okay, what has been your speed, okay, what has been your all India rank, what is your marks and what is the topper's mark, what is your speed, what is the topper's speed, what is your accuracy and what is the topper's accuracy. At the same time, it will also tell you several comparisons like, okay, what is your marks versus the average marks. Of course, maybe right now you're not coming close to the topper. Okay, slowly you'll improve and go to the topper zone. Okay, but at least are you below or above the average marks scored by all the students? Okay, what is your speed versus the average speed by all the students who have attempted that particular test, and what is your accuracy against the average accuracy? So these are some important criteria that you can extract from the software, okay, regarding your marks, your accuracy, your speed. Okay, now you can go in depth. You can apply the filtering there. Okay, you can apply the filtering to the subjects as well. Like suppose you have solved a complete mock test. That mock test will have 10 to 12 subjects. That will have aptitude and several technical subjects as well. You can filter out. You can go to subject. Okay, or if you have done a subject test only, so there you can do the filtering of the chapter to chapter. So you need to go deep inside, and softwares will help you. Okay, so go for the filtering. Okay, the software will help you in filtering the subjects. Okay, so go to any particular subject and see what is the speed in that particular subject. Also, come to know what are the areas where you have spent more time, where you have spent less time. At the same time, okay, go in depth about the accuracy also. Okay, go to the area where you were more accurate. Okay, so you can filter based on the accuracy. Go to the areas where you were less accurate. Okay, that means, okay, the areas where you are more accurate, okay, means that is your again confidence zone, because you're not committing mistakes. But at the particular area you're committing mistake in the exam time, that means that mistakes can be, maybe due to psychological pressure or conceptual error, but that means somehow the scope of improvement in that is there in that particular area. Okay, always, with the software also keep a pen paper ready and write down your strong chapters and your strong subjects both. Okay, the analysis has to be both at the subject level, at the chapter level. If you're analyzing a subject test, write down the chapter wise details, strong chapters, weak chapters. If you're analyzing the full syllabus mock test, your analysis will be on the subject priority. Okay, which subject strong, which subject less. Okay, that confidence also has to be there. In the gate exam hall, 3 hours, lot of pressure, several lakhs of aspirants going to appear. Okay, and it's a career deciding opportunity for you. You will already have a lot of pressure, so you need to get that confidence. That confidence will give you momentum with the examination. So why I'm always focusing not only on weak but on the strong areas. That strong areas are a confidence booster, and trust me guys, exam hall में enter कीजिए, आपको बहुत confidence की जरूरत होगी. Okay, you will need somehow that confidence, and those strong areas, the knowledge of those strong areas is going to give you that particular concept. Okay, I'm definitely suggesting you to compare your performance with the average performance and the topper performance, and software is going to tell you. Okay, but it is not to demotivate you. I'm again telling you, I told you earlier also, test series is not to demotivate you or not to give you an extra confidence. It is just for your improvement. Okay, so you may be looking into topper. Sometimes you may feel that the gap between you and the topper is huge. Okay, might give you a slight demotivation कि यार मैं कर क्या रहा हूँ. Okay, but why do you take it otherwise? You have to take it, the case that, okay, I am here, topper is here, what should I do? Okay, slowly, step by step to reach here. Okay, to reach here. That should be the approach. That is the psychology required. See, adapt the psychology if you are a real test series user, that your psychology is only about improvement and some actions. Okay, based on the test series. Okay, you should not be really worried about marks and all, because it is just a net practice. You can fail, but you don't have to fail in the final gate exam hall. And your scope of improvement. Scope of improvement में accuracy की बात भी करते हैं. Okay, so now let's talk about the overall accuracy of a test. Let's say you achieve it to be 50% or 60%. Are you happy? See, I'm talking about accuracy. I'm not talking about marks. Okay, maybe out of 100, okay, mock test, you secure 60 also, it can be good, because gate exam may be time hai. Okay, you can slowly improve. Okay, at the earlier stage, getting 50-60 out of 100 is also decent. But I'm talking about if you have 50-60% accuracy, is that good? No, not at all. Okay, accuracy is the number of correct questions divided by number of attempted questions, not the number of total questions. That's what you have to measure. Okay, so your focus should be, I believe, 80 to 90% accuracy. If you are below it, that means it needs a correction. Okay, see why I'm telling 80 to 90%, because normally a student will attempt a question feeling that he or she knows the answer to it. Then you are attempting. There will be some questions you don't know. No problem, syllabus not covered. 100% nobody can cover. Yeah, maybe time is left, you will cover those syllabus in future. Okay, so you don't cover a question because you're not really studied about that, no problem. But you're attempting a question means you know that. Okay, but still, okay, if you attempted 10 questions and if your accuracy is say 50-60%, you are done 5-6. Out of your knowledge areas, you're scoring 5-6. So that is a matter of concern. Okay, so if that is happening, you should go deep inside. So I'll come to that next part. Here, self-analysis will play a role if your accuracy is very low. So what is that self-analysis? We'll talk about very shortly. But the point is the target of accuracy, I believe, should be 80 to 90%. Okay, even it is 75 to 80% also, it's good. But if it is 90%, you are really on the track, you are really doing wonderful, because you are attempting only those questions which are in your confidence zone. Okay, I'll tell you, to be very honest, I still remember one of the case. There was one of my student, Pulkit, back several years back, maybe around 7 to 8 years back. He was very sharp, belonging to the offline center. Now, offline we can really judge very easily whether the student is sharp or not, because he was very active in the class. Every question he will answer, even the toughest question he will give the answer. Okay, he went to the gate exam. He attempted 92 marks. He attempted for 92 marks. Okay, we were expecting he could be even the single digit rank or probably the topper. He was from EC. He actually got 62 something, maybe 1 or 2 marks deviation, I'm forgetting. It is a 7 to 8 years old case. He got 62. Despite being a bright and a brilliant and a really intelligent and caliber student, okay, he lost because of lots of mistakes. Maybe he had attempted of 80 marks only. Okay, still he might have got 75, because negative bhi kiya hoga na. 92 to 30, 92 to 60 to 30 marks, that includes lot of negative marking as well. Maybe he attempted for 80 and he could have got 70 to 75. His rank would have been phenomenal, at least much better than that at the 62 marks. So that is what accuracy, it plays a lot of important role. So 62 out of 92, how much accuracy? It is roughly 60%. It is roughly, let's say, 67%. Okay, that's what I'm telling. That is not acceptable. Okay, accuracy target should be 80% or above, and 90% means on track. Okay, you attempt for 80 marks, you get 75 marks. Okay, that's good. That is what good is. Okay, so you need to know your boundaries. Okay, you should not go out of the boundaries. If some areas are not known to you, you can skip it up. But at least whatever areas are known to you, you should be accurate in that. Okay, negative marking is going to disturb you a lot. So accuracy target must be set accordingly. Now, the next part in how to analyze the test series is the self-analysis part, as I mentioned. Okay, you can also call it as the pen paper mode analysis. So for this, you should always have the pen paper notes to note down. You can also document it in the laptops, but I suggest pen paper, okay, rather than making, Google Sheets and all. Why? I'll tell you, because I believe that, if I write down something using a pen and paper, it is more and more hammered into my brain. Personally, I believe, but if you want, you can document in a laptop or your iPads as well. Okay, but my suggestion will be use a pen paper to document things. Okay, now the first self-analysis part, okay, is not focusing on marks or accuracy or speed. It is focusing on new methodology. Yes, with every test series, okay, you will be learning new methods of solving the question. 100% I'm telling you, you're going to learn new methods of solving a question. There may be a question which can be your favorite, your strongest area, but still, okay, that test series might have given you some particular solution which is better than yours. So it is also important, okay, like, you done a test of 10 questions. Okay, you were able to solve only 5 in the text exam, no problem. But when you're analyzing the test series, you should go through all 10 once again. That is what also an important part of analysis. Go through all 10 once again and see, okay, what was the mistakes you have done, and if you are not able to attempt something, what is the correct solution? Those you attempted, that also see once. Maybe they give you a better solution and it will happen. It will happen 20-30% of the time. Okay, so are you learning any new methodology or any new techniques or any new shortcut? You will learn, everybody will have new shortcuts. Sometimes you will get to know something new. Okay, some new shortcuts. If yes, write down. So have a test series register. And guys, listen to Topper's story. Okay, you can listen to the BYJU'S Exam Prep Spotlight, even GATE 2023 or 22 or 21, or go to any of the years. You will feel that many of the toppers use this test series register. I have always been suggesting this to the students for several years. You will feel that several toppers followed this test series register. Have a dedicated register for test series. Okay. something I note from something I told you in the software analysis also, to note down your weak chapters, your strong chapters, your weak subjects, your strong subjects, note down there. Okay, now coming to the self analysis again, you should write down any new method or any new formula you learn which was not in your domain, but you learn something new, write down. So number one benefit of doing this pen paper board analysis, you will be writing down the new methods, and that is like addition to your knowledge. That is just something that is going to be add on to your knowledge. Okay. Number two, very important, self-analysis includes is your concentration area, your concentration level, and the pressure handling. Software can't understand what is going in your brain. Okay, however, AI you might include in the softwares, but that can't read, map your brain actually. So see, you're solving a question normally. Okay, you're solving a sheet of 10 questions normally. Okay, you are very cool at that time because you don't have any pressure. But when you're solving in front of a computer screen, okay, that too with the timer tick tick tock tock tick tick tock tock. So several students, that tick tick tock tock timer, several students are disturbed only by looking into that. Maybe that means your concentration is more into the timer, not into the questions. Okay, after the test, analyze, are you really worrying much about the timer? Okay, rather than focusing on the questions. If yes, maybe that is one of the reasons you're not scoring more. Apart from this timer, also please make a note ki while you're solving a sheet of questions, say it is your favorite subject. Let me assume you're solving your favorite subject. Okay, for solving 10 questions in your favorite subjects, normally you may be taking 20 minutes. Okay, normally on a sheet, on a workbook or something. But on the test, maybe you are not able to complete within 30 minutes. Okay. Or maybe you're solving a sheet of questions normally calm and cool. Okay, you have solved 8 questions because that is your favorite. You have got 8 to 9 answer correct, but in a test you got only 5 to 6 correct. So you should try to compare what is your real time speed, okay, and what is your test series speed. What is your real time accuracy and what is your test speed accuracy. Definitely there will be a difference. But if it is more, if the difference is huge, that means your pressure, your concentration level is not up to the mark. Okay, your concentration is not up to the mark. Now, as I told you, these softwares, they can't read your map, okay, be it your concentration or pressure level. Similarly, the software has told you this is your weak area. Okay, suppose there is a topic probability and stats, it told you are weak in that. Your speed is low, your accuracy is low. But does it know whether you have prepared it or not? Maybe you have prepared the engineering maths completely, but probability and stats you have not prepared that confidently. Yeah, abhi aapne choda hua, you will prepare it later on. Okay, so of course you will be weak in that. Okay, software will tell you are weak in probability, doesn't mean that you should write your weak in analysis. Here self-analysis will play a role. You might be clearly knowing that you have not studied that chapter. That is why you have less speed and less accuracy and less marks, everything. So that is not a matter to worry, because software is not knowing at the backstage what you have completed, what you have not completed. Okay, but if a topic is completed and there you have low speed and low accuracy, that you should document. This is my weak subject, this is my weak subject, this is my weak chapter, this is my weak concept, everything you can note down. Okay, okay. Similarly, software doesn't know what are your favorite areas. Okay, if a software tells you that suppose you are weak in vector calculus, okay, but you feel that you have already studied that thoroughly, so then take that point seriously. Take that point very, very seriously. Okay, that yes, that was your favorite area, you have studied, but still software tells you have scored low, you are low in speed, low in accuracy in vector, so you need to revise it. That calls for a timely action again. So document those points as well. Something you have not studied right now, don't worry, you will study later, but at least those you have studied, usko अच्छे से analyze करना. Okay, so try to also keep a connection that software doesn't know what you have really done. Now coming to several mistakes. Suppose you have attempted the question and it goes right. I told you what, if it goes right, still you should see what is the correct solution. Maybe you get new methods, but you attempted a question. Okay, it goes wrong. First of all, look into the solution and get the correct solution. But at the same time, it is important to know not only the correct solution, it is important to know what went wrong. Okay, there can be several mistakes that I can categorize. Number one, you don't know that particular concept. Okay, of course you can't attempt it or you can't get it right in that place. Okay, that calls for an action. What is the action? Go and study that concept. Okay, you can write down, test series register. Okay, you have the pen paper with you, write down a concept has been missed by you. You thought you have studied maths completely. Suppose I'm taking example of maths, but one concept has been missed. Okay, you will go and study. That is why you are not able to answer that question. Ho jata hai. Out of that so much of depth syllabus, one or two topics unknowingly are missed. Okay, so conceptual error can be there. Okay, knowledge error can be there. Number two, maybe it is just a formula error. Okay, now normally what happens, you have studied a topic once in class, You have studied a topic once in class, but you lack in practice. Practice उतना अच्छे से नहीं किया है, and because of that, what happens? Because of that, what is going to happen? You are easily going to forget the formulas, or maybe you are using the wrong formula when your practice is less. So write down that you have used the wrong formula. That means you need to practice more. Okay. Once, concept unknown. Second, concept is known, but your practice was weak or less, so you are not able to score more. So number 3 can be the calculation error. Your practice is good, your concept is strong, but you missed out on the calculation. Hurry bari. Okay, hurry bari. I suggest you even write down that you are making a calculation error. Write down in your notebook so that next time you will remember that you have to be initially slow in calculation. No problem. Initial focus should be accuracy rather than speed. Speed will come with practice, with lot of test. So accuracy, and especially calculation, shouldn't spoil your accuracy. So if you note down, you will be remembering in the next test कि यार calculation थोड़ा मैं गड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ. I will improve it in the next. Number 4th reason, sometimes it could be reading error. Your concept is strong, your formula is strong, your calculation is also perfect, or maybe you're using the virtual calculator, whatever it is. But if you give the wrong signal to the system, if you give a wrong input, it will produce wrong output. You write the wrong data. Okay, yeah, hurry bari, you read the right input, but you calculated the right output, but ऐसा होता है, you unknowingly take the wrong answer. Hurry bari. So that is reading error, maybe reading or writing error. Okay, कहीं ना कहीं या तो डेटा लेने में या डेटा देने में आपने mistake कर दिया. That happens. A very common silly mistake it is. Okay, note down that you are doing it. So next time you will not repeat it. So guys, there can be etc. silly mistakes that you can do. Okay, try to document your mistakes. The moral of this story, let me summarize. As I told you, 2 analysis, software analysis and self-analysis. The moral of the story, I tell you, test series is again not for marks. Please remember, it is not for marks. Definitely marks is a factor, but it is about improvement. It is about something to act upon. Okay, don't worry about the marks initially. Marks will definitely improve, but what you have to look into, are you improving? Achha, at the same time, suppose you score 60 in a test. Okay, maybe you want that next test you will score 70 and you don't score 70. Is it the right way of analyzing test? No. Guys, please remember that some of the test series in different platforms, sometimes it can be tough, sometimes it can be easy. Maybe the second test is difficult. So how you can score 70? Maybe it is very difficult. Still 50 can be a good marks. So I'm telling you, don't worry about absolute marks. In that case, you can compare your marks with the average and topper marks. That also I've told you. But what is important is ki whatever mistakes you were committing till the last time, if some of them are omitted right, or if some of them are overcome right now, you are onto the correct track. So that's it, guys. Hope this video has given you some insights about how and why to analyze a test series. If you follow some of the tips also, maybe you improve. And if you improve, my making this video, I think, will be worth. Do mention in the comment box how you like the opinion, and all the very best for your upcoming GATE or any other examination. Thank you. Stay safe.